Today I get to introduce you to a new video series called Tales from the East, and it's something I'm really excited about. So I was in Japan, and I thought, how can I share this experience with you guys in a way that's different than just talking about it in a stream or a podcast? And so what I've decided to do is talk about the different aspects of the culture that really left an impression on me. And the first one I'm going to talk about is fandom, how different it is in Japan than it is in North America. So I'm doing all of this myself, I'm shooting it, I'm editing it, so it may be a little rough in spots since I have no idea what I'm doing, but regardless, hopefully you still enjoy it, and there is definitely more to come. When I was about 13 years old, I never would have imagined that I'd get to go to a Dragon Ball Z amusement park. While Dragon Ball reached an outstanding level of popularity in the States, it never really felt like it had a universal appeal. Despite the fact that it was so beloved by such a large number of people, I remember plenty of times when any sort of manga or anime was considered nerdy or embarrassing at my school. It was amazing then to go to a place like J-World in Tokyo, which is all about popular series from Shonen Jump, a monthly manga anthology. Much like Disneyland, the amusement park is divided into several different sections. One section is devoted to Naruto, another to One Piece, and my personal favorite is all about Dragon Ball. While each land is pretty small and nearly all of the rides seemed underwhelming, I can't express how awesome it felt to even step into a place like this. Simply walking around produced one smile after another. There was life-size Saiyan armor, an enormous statue of Josuke from Diamond is Unbreakable, and someone dressed up as Luffy running around. It was all surreal. So many things I used to love, or still currently love, were represented in such a faithful, fun way. While nothing about J-World would rival something like a Disney World, I think it's an experience I'll always remember. It's the amusement park built specifically for Ben Moore, or at least that's what it felt like. Speaking for myself, and perhaps for others as well, my hobbies are generally pretty insular. It's difficult to find time to join a club or group that gets together on a regular basis to celebrate a common interest. As a result, I tend to interact with other anime or game fans exclusively online. It's enjoyable, but doesn't present the same sort of satisfaction that chatting with others in person does. You miss out on subtle but incredibly valuable things such as facial expressions or other body language. It was refreshing then to see such a diverse group of people at J-World. Everyone was laughing and just generally having a blast. Although I wouldn't say the park was absolutely packed, it was still surprisingly busy, especially on a Thursday afternoon. All sorts of elementary school kids were there, as well as plenty of teenagers, young couples, and a surprising amount of older men and women. It felt like a place for everyone, which gave the entire park a very jovial, celebratory vibe. Super Potato also left quite the impression. For those who aren't familiar with Super Potato, it's a famous video game store and arcade that features a very diverse selection. I know some classic game buyers have complained that Super Potato isn't what it used to be, but as someone who's wanted to go to this place since I first saw it in PSM magazine in like 1997 or 1998, it was honestly everything I could have hoped for. As I walked up and down the aisles, I felt like some sort of treasure hunter who hit the biggest score of his life. On one floor, there was a boxed mint copy of Mother 3. On another, a boxed mint copy of Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. The mint part is very important. I'm somebody with an unhealthy game buying addiction, and I've been to countless game stores across the US, from the smallest mom and pop to the largest chains. A lot of them are pretty bad if you care about getting things in good condition, or having the original box and manual. Many old games and consoles at Super Potato looked brand new. It was also well organized and maintained, making it feel like I stepped into a time capsule. There was almost a certain air of reverence present, not just for old video games, but for all of gaming. Even if you weren't there to buy anything, it was still a worthwhile experience. So many retro posters plastered all over the walls, old consoles scattered around, waiting to be played. And there was even a statue of Big Boss from Snake Eater with a Mario hat on it. If by chance there is an afterlife, just please let it basically be Super Potato. That's going to do it for the first episode of Tales from the East. I didn't know what footage to put for the conclusion, so here are some pictures of cats I saw at the different cat cafes I went to. Yes, that's right, multiple cat cafes. I expect this to pretty much be the way every video ends. On the next Tales from the East video, I'm going to discuss how mannerisms are different in Japan in ways that surprised me and even caused a few embarrassing moments. Last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank everyone who supported Easy Allies over the last few months. Without you, this dream trip wouldn't have happened, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Until next time, Allies, love and respect.